Hey everyone, Skinthany Glowtano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. It is time for a weekly track roundup. Basically some thoughts on a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week or so. They're all linked down below, so you can check them out for yourself, whether I loved them or hated them or felt somewhere in between. That is the point of this video. Get some nice recommendations to you. We've got a lot of interesting tracks to cover in this video. Again, they are linked down below along with our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from it if you use it to buy some vinyl, some records, some music, some sounds printed onto a disc, and among other things too, that they have all their other wares on the website's platform. You can also support us through our Patreon page, get access to our Discord community, extra bonus monthly content. Patreon only lets our use, all that good jazz, and our YouTube Shorts page down below too, along with our website with a regularly updated news section. Quite a sweet place over there. All right, worst tracks of the week. We have a handful. We have a few. They are as follows. Bam, a new one from that Mexican OT with Lil Wayne. OT has been on fire lately, commercially, been getting a lot of banger tracks out, strong voice, strong flow, strong personality, but this new track with Lil Wayne is pretty much unlistenable. It's annoying. It's like a terrible novelty song. His voice and flow is totally off. He doesn't really stick to his usual thing that historically has worked for him. I feel like this track is sadly a big miss for that Mexican OT, but still, I'm sure he'll have better tracks coming out into the future. We have Kesha over here, A.G. Cook remix of YIPPEE-KI-YAY, and not even an A.G. Cook remix could save this track and make it just not so grating that I would actually listen to it. Yeah, sadly, the YIPPEE-KI-YAY track is kind of annoying and I can't stand it, but they're not all going to be bangers. We have Kid Cudi over here, Neverland, coming through with what sounds like a very dated single with like a whoa type over the top chorus that I feel like is just not really in right now. This just feels so again dated. I have no idea what Cudi is trying to do here. And when I say dated, I don't even mean like, oh man, he's going back to his original sound or something like that. This just sounds like a pop and rap blend that or frankly at this point is kind of old hat and unflattering as of right now, I would say. And frankly, beneath him creatively. Like Cudi has written so much better stuff than this in the past, and stuff that was frankly more adventurous and interesting than this. This just kind of seems like he's on autopilot a little bit, frankly. Neverland is the name of the track. We also have Avril Lavigne teaming up with Simple Plan for a track where they're young and dumb. It's horrendous watered down pop punk that is overly nostalgic. It's cringe. It's hard to listen to. It's embarrassing. We should move on. All right. Tracks I was on the fence with. You might like them more than me. They are as follows. Boom, The Weeknd, Timeless remix, Playboi Carti with an additional verse from Doechii. It's a solid verse. It's cool. It's just unfortunate that it's added to a song that is very uninteresting and frankly one of the Weeknd's least interesting singles ever. The verse is not so good it saves the single, I'll say that. But it's cool that Doechii continues to get attention and shine. She certainly deserves it, and I anticipate great things coming from her in the future. I think she put way more into this track than it deserved, I guess I'll say. Fine verse on a mid single. All right, moving on from there. Stereolab, they have a new album on the way. Their first in over a decade. Melodie is a Wound is the second teaser they have dropped from it. And this new one over here certainly has a lot of interesting passages to it. But as an overall song, as an overall cohesive idea, it's just not there. It's just not there, especially with one portion of the track rather, sort of literally fading out at random and then just kind of bumping into another part of the song. It really kind of sounds like three songs just bunched together with no real effective transitions between each section for no reason. Again, interesting ideas, for what they are, but they're not assembled into a cohesive and frankly enjoyable piece. Enjoyable at the length that this lasts. Like this could have been, frankly, 3 decent different songs if they were all kind of fleshed out into their own thing, I suppose. And I'll leave it there. All right. We also have Suicide Boys, Self-Inflicted, new single from them, where they are continuing on their creepy Memphis vibe and sound. It's a little short. Not really too much in the way of memorable structure or chorus or anything like that. But, they've never been big hook boys. They're Suicide Boys. And, if you like that kind of grimy, spacey, cloudy, hip-hop sound, deeply southern sound, that is, they typically bring to the table, you will most likely mess with this track too. All right, moving on from there, we have a new one from Haru Nemuri. Panopticon is the name of this latest single, where she goes into a surprisingly like art pop-y direction, not so much like rock or experimental. And I don't know, I mean, I feel like it's quite the hard transition, like really sort of veering left very aggressively. We're talking like a 90-degree angle turn here. And I think the instrumental is maybe a little bit more chaotic than it should be. It's loud and in your face like a rock tune, but I feel like the instrumentation is not really like, conveying that, because it does sound so like soft and flowery, and maybe such a chaotic presentation doesn't really complement it. I see the intention there, but it's not really coming together fully, in my opinion. But maybe more tracks of this style will bring some more clarity, some more interesting tunes. I guess we'll just have to see. Anamanaguchi, Darcie is the name of the track. Apparently the band was chilling over in the American Football House while they were sort of putting this album together, which is pretty cool. Nice little bit of backstory there. And the band has decided to come back and is giving us what they are saying, what they are billing as like their rock album. This is their rock album. I know Anamanaguchi has always had some rock roots to their traditionally like 8-bit chiptune type sound. But I guess this is going to be like their full on rock album, and Darcie certainly pushing things in that direction. It's a bit of a lo-fi, alternative rock, almost like early Weezer kind of thing. It's fine. I wouldn't say they're reinventing the sound in an exciting way, but maybe more singles, more tracks to follow will bring some brighter and more vibrant and more interesting sounds. I'll leave it there. All right, moving on from there, we have the best tracks of the week, the songs that were really hitting for me. We have quite a few of those. They are as follows. Let's shout them out. Boom! THUGGIN, Not Clubbin', Peysoh, and AZ Chike, who you guys know from a very solid feature on the newest Kendrick album, GNX, bringing a deeply LA Bay Area sound on this new single, with some banger bars and a sick chorus as well. Solid production too. But again, if you're really enjoying a lot of the vibes and sounds on GNX, listen to some of the artists who are like really riding for that fully and completely on this new single. All right, we also have Hayley Williams of Paramore fame dropping a new collaborative single in tandem with the one, the only, Moses Sumney. I Like It is the title of the track. It's got a bit of a, kind of like groovy art pop, neo soul combination thing going on. And Hayley's and Moses's vocals actually marry way better than you might expect, given sort of like the very different worlds of music that they come from. But it's actually an incredible performance they both put on here. A lot of chemistry going on here again, vocally. Great tune too, about temptation and desire and so on and so forth. Cool instrumental, great production, does a lot with a little. And I don't know, it's such a good song. I would frankly love to hear more from these two. It would be really cool to hear them cross over again sooner rather than later, just to, given just how great this track came out. All right, we also have a new one from Miley Cyrus. She is hitting us with another single from her forthcoming album. This one over here, maybe not as daring or as bold as the past two, but it's still like a very solid classic ballad with very like, tried and true turnarounds and so on and so forth. Old adage in the lyrics and the title, more to lose. And, obviously it's about a relationship and so on and so forth, but great vocal performance. Miley's voice is aging like a fine wine, honestly. And again, it's a bit of an old school sound, but her singing delivery, like really, plays into it really well. So yeah, actually enjoying kind of the artistry and the maturity that we're hearing on these new tracks from Miley so far, honestly. All right, we also have Maruja coming through with the second single for their forthcoming album. They Look Down on Us is the name of the track, and it's absolutely killer. It's a 10-minute monster, and it's like, obviously the linear art rock and post-rock vibes that have made their past releases, EPs, so exciting up until this point. But I would say there's almost like a rap rock flavor this time around. Very bold and socially aware, revolutionary lyrics on the track too. And an incredible ascent instrumentally in the second half of the track as well. It's like Godspeed You Black Emperor against the machine. It's got a rap rock thing going on. It's got a post rock thing going on. It's an immense, incredible performance, strong, passionate poetry, thoughtful lyricism, and, just incredible all around. I really can't put into words personally, just how exciting a band like this is on the current musical paradigm. But I feel like a lot of people are sensing that. So maybe it doesn't need to totally be put into words fully yet, but very excited to listen to this full-length album when it is eventually out. All right, we have Lekeli 47, who is hitting us with this new single over here. Soft Serve is the title of the track, and it's almost like if you could take a ballroom tune and give it production that, excuse me, makes it sound like it's something out of a horror film. I also love a lot of the song's lyrics. The lyrical allusions to ice cream flavors and so on and so forth. She does a really great job being a very skilled rapper, obviously, sticking to a concept, very solid flow, very solid delivery. I love how steady and low key and sort of like entrancing it all is. Great track all around. Really enjoying this one from Lekeli. All right, we also have Health and Chelsea Wolfe teaming up on a brand new single. Mean is the title of the song. It is a low-key, groovy, moody bop for the goth club. In a recent interview with Chelsea Wolfe, she did sort of like hint toward or say some stuff about like the possibility of writing more songs into the future that might have like a bit more of a traditional structure, maybe more of like a pop appeal. And I feel like this song is certainly an example of that. And it's coming together pretty well. I think her voice plays really well into, a track that's more straightforward and hookier like this. And with Health, I feel like, they're both able to stick to their guns, by making something that's like, obviously going to appeal to that goth audience, give it a bit of a dance and an industrial edge too. So really liking this one quite a bit. All right. Hayden Pedigo, who is a stellar guitarist, who I've talked about, I think, on the channel maybe once or twice before. He's got a new album on the way titled I'll Be Waving As You Drive Away. And, I'll be honest, like in the past, I've been mostly neutral on a lot of Hayden's stuff. It's mostly instrumental. It's very serene. It's very, pleasant to listen to. But I feel like his writing and his performance and his picking on this track in particular is just absolutely stellar and very expressive, much more expressive than I think some of his recordings in the past have been. Really beautiful. I stress beautiful sounding instrumental on this one. Really clean recording and playing too. I commend Hayden for putting together a track this damn good and gorgeous. So give this one a spin too. If you want to, because it's very, very, very pretty listen. All right, we also have Guerilla Toss, who are hitting us with this new single over here, Psychosis is Just a Number. The band is once again just really in that amazing left field, quirky, freak out, weird ass post-punk pocket that they pull off so well. And they kill it once again on this new single that has shouty vocals, great grooves, killer bass line too. All right, a couple more. We have Fiona Apple, Pretrial, Let Her Go Home. Fiona Apple coming through with their first single in quite a while on this track. And it's a very thoughtful number about just the way that the court system has torn apart lots of people's lives, specifically certain stories of women who she has witnessed in this song where, they're pulled out of their house, and that woman being sort of the homemaker, and also the person, taking care of everybody in the home and bringing in the money and paying the bills and so on and so forth is no longer there to actually keep track of those things and take care of those things. And of course, the house falls apart, CPS is called, so on and so forth. It's like she's really going down just like the terrible snowball effect that having your life totally pulled apart being held and not being able to sort of bail yourself out to go out and take care of your family until your trial and so on and so forth. It's really devastating for a lot of people, especially obviously the poor in this country. And I think it's great that she's not only pulled together a great tune here, a great track, but she is highlighting and bringing attention toward a very worthy cause on this song. So great song, thoughtful lyrics, very important, urgent, pertinent issue that should be fixed and changed. And it's amazing that Fiona's putting in the work here on all fronts. So link down below. Check that out too. All right. And finally, we have Miss Dev Lemons, who's hitting us with a new single over here that has almost like a 2000s clubby pop flair to it, but the production, especially with the beat switch around the midpoint, is very zany, very textured, very creative. Dev has been flying under the radar for a minute, but it's cool that she is back with another bop with a very, very, very strange cover here. the jorts, the pigtails, the dirty carpet, the microwave. It's really a sight to behold. And it's a bop of a pop tune too. So don't miss that. All right. That is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys got some good recommendations out of it. Weekly track roundup, another one in the can. You're the best. Over here next to my head, another one that you can check out. Hit that up, or a link to subscribe to the channel that is on your screen too. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Tracks. Forever.